Hey guys, Gregory Dixon, the go-to guy for all things real estate in Southern California, founder Alpha Elite Capital, here with our Wealth and Mastery series or Mastery and Wealth series. We're on chapter 2 now. It's budgeting and saving strategies. That's chapter 2. In chapter 2, we're going to dwell deeper into the world of budgeting. You will learn how to create a budget that aligns with your financial goals and how to effectively track and manage your expenses, which is hugely important. We'll also discuss the importance of savings and provide you the strategies to save and build an emergency fund. Remember, we talked about that last week. Emergency fund is very, very important because on the way of you doing whatever it is you think that you want to do, life is going to happen. Some unexpected is going to happen, and you have to be prepared. You know, as a person out in the world, um, you have to understand budgeting and you have to have some saving strategies. And that's going to be crucial for building a strong financial foundation. The fundamental principles will help you manage your money effectively, achieve your financial goals, and set yourself up for a successful financial future. You wanna set yourself up for success. For success, the man who fails to plan plans to fail. That's an old analogy, an old saying, and I'll say it again. The man or woman who fails to plan plans for failure. Right? Okay, so you got to understand that. Now let's explore some ways, some key budgeting and saving strategies. Track your home expenses and income. Say that again. Track your income and expenses that's coming into your home. Start your tracking your income from part-time job or full-time job, allowances, or any other sources of commission, bonuses, anything that you got coming in every month on a consistent basis. You need to track that. And I told you guys I had a budget sheet for you. And if you reach out to me, Gregory at Alpha Elite Capital, I'll send you a budget sheet where you can really track your finances. This is an old one I did for someone. I think it's February, but I'll try to bring it in, close zoom in so you can see it. And this has everything. This tracks everything to the perfect. Tracks it all. And we'll go over that sheet um, probably at the end of class, or if it's pertaining to what we're speaking about, I'll pick it up again and show it to you. But you got to be able to track your income. Know what you have. What do you have coming in? Don't lie to yourself. Don't leave it to chance. Don't think about it. You should know exactly how much money that you have coming in, right? So if you know how much money you got coming in, you write it all down and where it's coming from. Now you can track your expenses. You track your expenses by putting them in categories, breaking it down. Breaking it down, your expenses. Be organized. Organize yourself. Categorize your expenses into like essential needs, or as I like to put in a certain column, reoccurring monthly bills, meaning that for a fact that the same time next month, this bill is going to be due. That could be your mortgage, that could be your rent, that could be your insurance, home, auto, life, that could be credit card bills, they are due on a certain day. That could be your utility bills that's due on a certain day every month. And it's the same every month. Cable, cell phone, all the bills that come every month consistently, you need to have those in a category. Those are your essential bills. You're not going to be able to get away from them. They will be here like clockwork. And if nothing else shows up at your mailbox on time, I guarantee you the bills will. Right? So you want to track them by putting them in a category. Like I say, the essential expenses, and then in that essential expenses too, you want to put stuff like food, transportation. Transportation could be, if you don't have a car, it could be public transportation. How much do you spend on that every month? You need to put that in there. If you have a car, you need the expenses of a car, right? You know you got to put gas in it. Do you have to take it to the shop? Does it need servicing? You know, upkeep of the car. You know, the insurance of the car. You know, that's going to be in there too, right? Now, then you put those are essential. Then you put discretionary. Discretionary is at your discretion, meaning that you choosing. These are bills that you creating for yourself, right? That could be entertainment, clothing, um, social outings. You want to go to the restaurant, you want to go to the bar, you want to go to the sports bar, you want to go get some wings, um, you know, entertainment. You want to go to the movies, you want to go to the football game or the sporting event. Um, those things, those are discretionary. You choosing, you making that expense. It's not something that's coming every month. So you want to make sure that you track that like you need to track it, right? Okay. Now, if you track that like you need to track it, that will give you a clear picture of where your money is going every month. You'll know exactly what you're spending and where you're spending it at. And we talked about it in the last um, lesson that you cannot, number one, spend more than you make. Number two, you can't spend all that you make. We talked about that in the last lesson. That'll lead you into financial ruins, right? So now you create a realistic budget based on your income and your expenses. Create a budget that aligns with your financial goals and priorities. What's your goals? Um, let's say we spoke about a person not having a car and being on public transit. Do you plan to get a car? How much money, if you go through your budget, you'll see how much money you can put away for saving for a car. Let's say you making 3,000 a month and your bills are coming up to 2,000 a month. So you got 1,000 that you could spend on a car or you could put up. But you out of that 1,000, you having some fun with it. You know, you spending 500 out of that 1,000, so you got another 500 that you could put up. You could put that in your savings for a car. You can put that in that fund. You know, set up little funds for yourself. Um, yeah, you could create the budget and you allocate the funds as necessary for the expenses first, such as transportation, education, personal hygiene. Then designate a portion of your income for savings and the discretionary spending. Savings is important. You need to, but your savings needs to have a purpose. Don't just say to save. I know a lot of people say, um, yeah, you should be saving X amount of dollars, but what is the purpose of saving? We talked about that in lesson one. You have to treat your money as soldiers. They are to chain, capture, subdue other soldiers and bring them back to you and let them work in your army for your financial freedom, to build your financial freedom, right? So that's what you want to do. So when you set a savings goal, you may say, I got a 500 left for this money. I'm going to put 200 up for emergency. I'm gonna put 300 up for I'm saving for a car. I'm saving for furniture in my house. I want a new television set, or I need some clothes. You put that in that fund, right? Now, if you saving it like that and you tracking it, you're gonna have a better chance of success because you'll know where every dime is going. You won't be. This how people that don't save, right, and don't track their spending habits. They just walk around with the cash in their pocket and they just spend it. And then they'll go out with some friends maybe on the weekend and they'll go to a bar, club, something like that. And because they have the money on them, they just having a good time. They enjoying themselves and they spending the money, spending the money, spending the money. Then they wake up the next morning, broke as a breakfast egg, saying to themselves, patting their pockets, oh man, somebody done stole my money. Nope. Oh man, I dropped my money. Nope. Oh man, I know I had more money. Man, some. Nope. Uh-uh. You went outside, no discipline, no direction, and just start spending. No, not accounting for none of that money. Just spending, spending, spending. You got it, ball, spend it. Care about tomorrow, as long as the night is sweet. That's gonna keep you broke. That's gonna lead you to financial ruins and keep you financially ruined. It's gonna keep you in a messed up position. If you want to keep getting the same results that you have right now, keep doing the same things that you're doing. You gotta change. You gotta make a change. You have to make a change. You have to be accountable. You have to sit down with yourself and say, I can't keep doing this. You know, as fast as it's coming in, it's going out. You know, yeah, I had a good time. Yeah, I got a closet full of clothes, but I'm broke. I don't have nothing. You know, like I say, something will happen that'll take all your little savings and you'll be really broke, really messed up, right? So, you know, and you might want to do this right here too. When you're saving, consider opening a separate saving account for one specific thing, and you putting that money in there. And if some places you got direct deposit, if you work on a job, you have direct deposit, you can break your check down into a certain way where a certain percentage goes here and a certain percentage goes there. So you could do that. That way it don't touch your hand. It automatically goes there and you just look at it on your app on your phone or on your computer. You know, there's some certain rules that go along with budgeting money. Like there's a rule called a 50-30-20 rule. If you add all that up, that makes 100%, right? And that's a popular budgeting rule. Like I say, the 50-30-20 rule, right? Where 50% of all your money goes towards your essential expenses, the bills that you have to pay, right? 30%, you can do whatever you want to do with it. 20%, that's savings. Off the top, 20%. So if you make $1,000, 200 go to the savings immediately. 500 go to the bills. 300, do what you want to do. Right? That's the 50-30-20 rule. That you could build wealth like that, especially if you could put more money over there into the savings, or you could spend less, you know. That's how you could build it up quick. But you got to prioritize your needs over your wants. Because like I said in the first lesson, one of our problems is we pay for what we want and we beg for what we need. We go to that mall, we got that money in our pocket, that credit card, it's right there, and we see it. Ooh, we got to have it. It's speaking to us. I done seen ladies, I got sisters, I got aunts, I have female friends, I have been in the malls and I've seen it. Well, a lady looks at that, it's usually shoes and handbags. They look at them shoes, and if you hear this right here, if you hear, oh, it's over. It's over. The only thing don't stop her from getting them shoes if they don't have them in her size. And they can't call around to no other store and get them. But if they got them right there on hand, done deal. And any good salesman see their reaction, oh, they going to come right over, swoop on her like a bald eagle. Hey, those are so cute, aren't they? Oh, girl. Yeah, how you like them? Those will look really good on you. Saying all the stuff you want to hear to alleviate you from that money. Yeah, let me. Would you like to try them? Yeah, sure. Let me try them. Go get them out the back, put them on her feet. Oh yeah. Now while she got them shoes on, and she basking in the glow of them shoes, that good salesman done went and bought that matching handbag. Now we got this in. We only have a few pieces of this. Look how this coordinates with the shoes. I'm gonna give y'all a second to think about that. If there's any ladies watching this podcast, think about how you done been got while I sip this water. Think about it. Think about it. Fellas, I ain't gonna leave you out. Them Jordans coming out. Ooh, that new Jordan. Then first soon as you walk up to the store, you see the mannequin. The mannequin standing there. head, eat, shirt, shorts, socks, shoes. Oh man, I got I got to get the mannequin. You get the shoes. Oh, they call. I got to have them. You get the shoes. Good salesman. Here they come. Man, we got the matching shirt with it. You need the shirt or the shorts or the socks. Man, how you gonna put it together? What you gonna wear with it? Next thing you know, you went in the store planning to spend 100. You spend 200. You planning to spend 250. You don't spend 400. I know. Hey, different. I've done it. I have done it. I have done it. Matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you a secret. I do it all the time. I had to learn to write down the stuff that I needed from the grocery store. I'm making a special meal or something. If I don't write down the stuff that I'm supposed to be going to the store to get, I will come back home with a bag full of stuff that I had no intentions on getting. Why? I saw it. Ooh, it's on sale. Oh man, that word right there kills us. It's on sale. Buy one, get one free. Right? Them impulse purchases. You don't need it. You just want it because you see it. And you trick yourself into thinking you have to have it. And you gotta avoid the impulse purchase. Nothing kills a budget quicker than impulse purchases. Impulse purchases can derail a budget and hinder you from whatever goal you got for months, even a year. Something you could have done in 3 months took you a whole year. Because every time you look up, you buying something. I'm gonna tell you a secret to like how to overcome them impulse purchases, right? Before making the purchase, take a moment to consider whether it aligns with your budget or your financial goal. Ask yourself, say, man, now look, if buying these shoes worth me not getting this car, worth me not being closer to the car? Is it worth setting me back another month before I can have the code? You know, implement a cooling off period for a large purchase. Give yourself time to evaluate whether it's really necessary. Not do you want it. Because we want everything. We want everything. We're not going to say, ask yourself, ask yourself, is it really necessary? Do you have to have it? Is it a necessity? Meaning that something go wrong without this, right? And 9 times out of 10, it's not a necessity. It's an impulse purchase. So you gotta avoid that. You gotta seek ways to reduce the expenses. If you're really trying to save, you're really trying to budget, you're really trying to achieve some goals, you gotta seek ways to reduce the expenses. You gotta look for opportunities to reduce your expenses without sacrificing your quality of life. Because nobody just want no. I feel my personal feeling. No one was put on this earth to just go to work like a slave and pay bills and die. I don't think my personal belief is no one was created for that reason and that reason alone. You have to have a quality of life. You have to have some things that give you pleasure and bring you joy out of life, right? And if you're working hard, some of y'all out here working like a dog on these jobs, you got to enjoy yourself. And a lot of times that hinder us from saving because we work hard, we want to play hard, but hey, there's a time for work and there's a time for play, right? So now you got to consider alternatives too. Like, when you buy, try to use coupons, try to find things that's on sale or discount. Driving, you want to cut down on the gas, carpooling, you know, hey, cooking meals at home. Now, I used to say this. You could save a whole lot of money cooking at home, depending on your circumstance or your situation. Now, if you're at home with 5 other people, it's cheaper to cook at home. But if you're at home by yourself, sometimes it may be cheaper to eat out. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be totally honest with you. Because unless you living under a rock, and you haven't been to a grocery store lately, the price of food since COVID has increased dramatically. The price of food has increased dramatically. And um, these grocers ought to be ashamed of themselves because they pulling all kind of tricks. I'm not a mathematical genius, but I know 16 ounces is a pound. Bag, like frozen vegetables, used to be 16 ounces, and that's a pound. Now they're 12. So you shortening the bag by a quarter pound. So every 4 bags makes 5. Oh, that's some slick stuff right there. You know, all of the stuff that used to be inexpensive is expensive now. So you got to look for ways that you can save money in any way you can. In any way you can. But like I say, don't compromise your quality of life. You have to live. You have to live. And if you are working hard and you out here doing everything you need to do, you need to have some things that, at least give yourself some rewards. Don't just punish yourself by working like a slave and not enjoying life. Give yourself some rewards. You may have to cut back. You can't go out every weekend. But hey, one weekend out the month won't hurt. Maybe 2. You know, if you like to drink alcohol and things like that, uh, go to happy hour. Go to happy hour. I'm in Los Angeles. We have some places that have some of the best happy hours in the world. Half off the appetizers, half off the drinks, drink specials if you drink alcohol. You know, try that. Cut the bill. And here's another tip. I'm gonna give you guys this a little tip. If you're going out on a date, right? The bill will be a lot cheaper if you don't order alcohol. If you don't order alcohol, if you don't order them cocktails, because the average date maybe I'm gonna say if you're drinking cocktails, alcohol, 2 cocktails at let's say $15 a drink. That's 30. That's $60 before you even sit down. You $60, right? Appetizers come, it's 2 of y'all. That's another $30. So you're 100 in. Main meal come. We're gonna say that's another 100. Tip and everything. You had about $230 for that date. A dinner date, probably about $230. If you can stay under 250 at a nice restaurant, yeah, 250. Now just think, if you doing that 4 times a month, that's $1,000 that you spending messing off. If you punish yourself, if you I ain't gonna say punish yourself, but if you discipline yourself and just that money that you were gonna spend, put that money up. Instead of going to the big steakhouse and getting that $200 tomahawk, go to your market and spend your $25. Get you a big old ribeye tomahawk, about that thick, about that long, big old tomahawk. Get you a big old potato about the size of a football. Get you some broccoli. Hey man, you out about 30. You out about $30, $35. And guess what? You just saved 200, right? So that's how you got to do it. You know, automate your savings, like I said, by trying to, divvy up your check with direct deposit and how the savings is going over there. So that way it'll be out your pocket already be there. Stay financially educated. Continuously educate yourself about personal finance and money management. Read books, follow financial blogs, seek guidance from trusted sources. The more knowledge you gain, the better equipped you'll be to make informed financial decisions, right? Money doesn't come with any instructions, guys. That was one of the truest sayings of an older gentleman I used to be in the presence of. He said that to me. He said, hey, money don't come with no instructions. And I told you what the late great Reverend Ike said. Money is a woman and she's a jealous woman. If you don't pay attention to her, she will leave you. And she will be booed up with somebody who pays more attention to her places and shows her things. Right? So stay committed and make the adjustments as needed. Everybody's plan and everybody's schedule And everybody's budget and everybody's goals is different. Do what's best for you. Oh, save what you can afford to save, you know, but consistency is the key. If you consistently save every month, hey, you will have some money. If you budget it, you will have some money. You don't have to live like a hermit. You just got to make changes. You know, regularly view your budget, review it regularly. You know, some people every day, some people every week, some people every month. But if you review it before you make a mistake, you can make the change, right? You can catch it. You know, life circumstances and financial goals are going to change, you know. So be flexible and adapt your budget accordingly, right? Your life is going to dictate your budget ultimately. You can sit there all you want and plan to put X amount here and X amount there. But like I say, on the way to you doing whatever it is that you want to do, life happens. And so you're going to have to make the pivot, make the adjustment, and budget accordingly, right? And, you know, by implementing these budgeting and saving strategies, you will develop strong financial habits that will serve you way for the rest of your life. If you develop these strong financial habits that we talked about, you put some of the rules in effect that we just talked about, right? You make some of the changes that I just talked about, you will go a long way. You know, you can't hit a target that you don't see. You can't achieve a goal that you didn't set. So set some goals, make you a plan. Like I say, plan your work and work your plan, and it'll work out for you. And with that being said, that is it for today's lesson. Today's lesson was on chapter 2 on budgeting and saving, the strategies of budgeting and saving. If you guys don't have the financial literacy workbook ebook, please email me, Gregory at alphaelitecapital.com, and I will send you one over. I will email you one over. That's what we're going from. All of these lessons are coming from that ebook. We're just breaking it down chapter by chapter, and I'll send you over a budget worksheet that you can fill out every month so you can know where you're at, so you can go where you want to go in your financial life. I hope this message has taught you something, hope open your eyes to some things. If you got any questions, like I say, email me, Gregory at alphaelitecapital.com. You can DM me on Instagram at Gregory Dixon Official or at Alpha Elite Capital. And you can follow me on Facebook, Gregory Dixon, and you can follow me on TikTok, Gregory Dixon Official 1, the number 1. Gregory Dixon Official number 1. We need 10,000 followers on TikTok so we can go live. We will do this again next Thursday, 5 p.m. That's the standard time. We're going to do this every Thursday at 5 p.m. This class is free. I hope this teaches you something. Hope you learn something. And Alpha Elite Academy is going to be doing a lot of big things in the near future. So keep posted. See you guys next Thursday. Peace.